we just know how important fitness is, and we know how easy it is to not focus on and prioritize, especially when you're home.
Their necks hurt, their backs hurt, their hips are hurting because they're sitting at their dining room table like I am right now, which is meant for a meal, not necessarily an 8 to 10 hour day, leaning over their screen all the time.
It's the Health in the Real World podcast. It's time to start the show with Chris Janke as your host. Here to give you everything that you need when it comes to fitness strategies. We keep it simple and easy. It's your roadmap to get healthy. You don't need equipment and you don't need a gym. Just the right strategies to get you fit and trim.
Hello and welcome to Health in the Real World. I'm here today with Matt Peale and Kevin Myles. Matt and Kevin have created a program together, collaborated on the program. How you guys doing today?
Awesome, Chris. Thank you for having us.
Chris. Yeah, we appreciate you letting us on here today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Really appreciate having you guys on. Both of you guys are multiple guests on the Health in the Real World show. I think this is your third time for both of you, right?
Yes, it might be the
third or fourth.
third or fourth, we're racking them up. So here we go. So you've collaborated on this new project, right? It's geared toward helping working professionals achieve general fitness success. So kind of tell us a little bit about how you came about doing this, and then maybe also why you guys started doing this.
Kevin?
Sure, I'll take that. It's called Keeping Fit and Functional in a Challenging World. And basically, we're both all in on fitness, and we both work with a lot of corporate clients and know that that can be a challenge in general, just because of the demands on your time and your focus with your job and your careers and things like that. And fitness is a challenge anyway. And with the pandemic and people now working hybrid and before just working exclusively from home, we knew that fitness was falling through the cracks for a lot of people. And we also knew that we had some solutions for that, as far as some virtual learning options and fitness course creations that we've done that could help people that are in that environment focus on their fitness and actually get good results and actually focus on themselves and their health and their well-being. And we're trying to position ourselves to reach out to certain companies. I've done a lot of corporate fitness seminars and wellness seminars, and allow those companies to reach their employees better and encourage them to take advantage of their wellness programs and focus on their health and fitness with our assistance, so that we have some tools that will help those companies help their employees, be better. And we have some tools that will help those employees help themselves be better. And so that's what it started from. And it's a combination of courses. One cornerstone course is Matt's course. And we'll talk a little bit specifically about the courses, but that's basically where it came from.
Nice. And do you guys have a lot of experience working with a specific type of client, or are you going more general, big picture here with kind of a little bit for everyone?
We really focus more on kind of the professional. As Ken was saying, with the WFH movement and now possibly the hybrid of the last year, people are doing this all day. Right? So they're right here, next to their kitchens. They're going over there eating unhealthy foods. They're putting on, the pandemic 15 or more. Their necks hurt, their backs hurt, their hips are hurting because they're sitting at their dining room table like I am right now, which is meant for a meal, not necessarily an 8 to 10 hour day, leaning over their screen all the time. So that's who really we're going after, are those people that are kind of stuck doing this. And oftentimes those are the professionals, the CEOs, the director level, president levels, entrepreneurs that have been forced into kind of a different work mode, and now they're adapting it. But they've always been sitting, if you think about it, right? They sit on the commute for 45 minutes going in, sit all day, sit on the commute 45 minutes going home. Their eating habits really haven't changed that much because they don't have a lot of guidance. That's where Kevin and I really work well together, with his nutritional background and then my corrective exercise background, on being able to create a program that can, truly improve the overall health, wellness, and fitness of our customers.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's a great combination between the nutrition and the corrective exercise. You could get 80% of the way there. A lot of people think, oh, I need to do a bunch of cardio and I need to lift a bunch of weights. Weights and cardio are great, but if you get your nutrition down and you get some corrective exercises, you're lean, your back doesn't hurt, and then you have a foundational position to start doing some of those other things, whether you want to lift weights or do CrossFit or rowing machine, literally anything else you want to do. But I think that's a great foundation that you guys are putting forth for these people. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think both of us have written books that kind of address these issues, and that's what it's about. How can you be, mine's called Athlete in the Game of Life, and that's kind of the theme of it. How can you be your best athlete in your life, whether it's playing tennis, whether it's hiking, whether it's you just like being out in the yard, and you got to have both. You're right, Chris, and that's where we can really make a positive impact on the professional out there in corporate America.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Matt, you're an athlete in the game of life. Kevin, your book is called The Diet That Works, right?
Correct. And it's basically a method of teaching you how to take your current diet from wherever it is and make it into the diet that works for you. So it walks you through the steps of being able to do that. But one thing that Matt and I both discovered about fitness is that people don't often focus on themselves and prioritize themselves. They prioritize their jobs, their spouses, their gardens, their cars, everything else, and they don't prioritize themselves. And with companies having wellness programs for them, that gave them that incentive and that motivation to do that better. But now they're not near that company. A lot of them are at home. They don't have that gym, that corporate gym that they used to train at. I have a lot of buddies that do corporate training, and they're training their clients online now. So it is that much more difficult for them to, like Matt said, get up from that kitchen table and do something, whether it's eat right or exercise or any of those things. So a lot of our program, it's very well-rounded. We cover focusing on prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your health, prioritizing your fitness, knowing how important you are and knowing how important fitness is in the first place to make those first steps, to make those changes about getting your diet better. Corrective exercise one is quote unquote an easier one for people to recognize because they know if their neck's hurting, they know if their back's hurting, they know if they're having issues as far as that goes, and so that's something they're going to gravitate to right away. But to move forward and to be better long term, they need to take better care of their body. So we want to marry the fitness, which is the exercise and nutrition, with the corrective exercise, with the motivation, and put all these things together to empower people to really not just exist, but thrive and have energy and be able to play with not just their kids, but their grandkids and things like that.
So you mentioned you're combining a lot of different elements. That's great. And then specifically, what does it look like? It's an online program, right? Specifically, what is it? Videos, text, pictures? How does it look specifically?
Well, it's a multi-course platform. So there's actually 4 different online education courses that we've combined. Matt's corrective exercise course, my course, my book, actually, The Diet That Works. I have another course called the Physique Improvement course, which covers all aspects of fitness and nutrition in terms of helping people basically learn how to look better, how to improve their physique, how to manage their weight and those types of things. And then a course that I did with April Van Hoos, which is called Strength from Within, which deals with the mental and emotional side of being fit and how to stay motivated, how to connect your feelings to your workouts and not be so devastated if you see the scale go up and lose that motivation, and be able to understand and be able to separate sometimes how you look from how you feel and what you want, and so that it can be a positive journey for you as opposed to a chore of sometimes even self-hatred for some people, that you're punishing yourself because you're not where you want to be. Now you're giving yourself an opportunity to be better and to live a better life and to be healthier and be more fit and live longer. So we've taken the positive aspects of fitness, covered it from multiple different angles with 3 different voices with tons of experience to give people what we think is an ideal solution for their fitness goals.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have covered all the bases. So it's an online program. You have it's basically multiple products. My next question, I'm wondering, because, we've been in this pandemic and I know it's completely changed my business model. I'm all online now, since last March. So what is that, a year and a half about? What have you guys seen as far as accountability? Because I know, the two of you and myself, we've had a lot of training. We know about nutrition, we know about exercise selection, all that stuff. But sometimes at the end of the day, it's all about just scheduling an appointment with somebody and making sure that they show up. Like it could be,
Right.
they could be making an appointment with an alligator. Like, it doesn't matter. They just have to show up to the gym, and we're kind of like their alligator. So what have you seen as far as that accountability part of online programs? Like, is that a deal breaker, or are we still able to get those results even though we're just online?
I think that's where the different levels actually of a program could come in, and depending on what a company wants and what an individual wants. You're right, Chris. Some people are kind of self-motivated, and they'll load it up and they'll take it to the gym, or they'll take it to their living room and they'll do it. Others do need us. And that's why we're in business individually and collectively, right? Because they can't do it themselves. So there's definitely options for everybody and for everyone's budget. And then you're right, we have to reach out to those people that are willing to pay a little bit more because they want that accountability to make sure that they're doing it. So whatever options work best for them, we do have levels that will meet their needs.
And the beauty of what we're doing is we're not here trying to compete with maybe what a company already has established. So say a company has an incredible wellness program and they have on-site trainers and those types of things. That's great. But a lot of people aren't utilizing those things because they're not prioritizing fitness or themselves. So what we can do is help them go in that direction so that they utilize those gyms more when they get back there. They utilize their online trainers and their in-house trainers that they have for their companies and those types of things, and get better results for themselves. And that's obviously going to help them in terms of their life in all aspects, especially their work life.
That sounds great. So where can an individual, or you guys mentioned companies, that you're working with companies as well, where can somebody go to pick up the program and get more information?
Kevin?
You can go to my website is bodysport.com. And if you go at the top is Bodysport University, you can see that course bundle outlined there. And there's a number of, I've written a couple of articles on it, and we'll provide some links for people to be able to find it and read about what it is, why we've done it, read information on each specific course, and detailed information on the trainers and coaches involved, so that they can really learn what this is and decide whether or not it's something that they're interested in, and something that's for them. And we designed it to be for people, and that's where our experience come in. We kind of know what people need. We know what we've seen. Like you said, we know what the accountability part is, balanced with the motivation, balanced with the information, balanced with the nutrition. And we put all that into some online solutions for people that not just can they buy it and get that information, but they can access us inside of these courses and ask questions on any specific things that they have. Plus, one of the things we're focused on doing right now is presenting ourselves and presenting our courses. So our goal is to, from a company standpoint, to reach out to them so that we can provide a fitness information seminar, fitness and motivation seminar for them, just so they can get to learn us, and that's just so we can help their people. And then we'll provide access to them for those courses so they can check it out and see if it's something that they're interested in for themselves.
And it's guaranteed, or their money back. I mean, that's how strongly we feel that this can make a positive impact on the lives of the professionals that are out there. And it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's not about, are you going to step on stage? It's about how you're going to step on stage in your life. How are you going to make this day, today, right now that we're living in, a little bit better for yourself? What can you do to change a little bit of your nutritional habits? What can I do to stretch out my shoulders a little bit because my neck is killing me as I sit here all day long? It's those little changes that add up that make a big difference in a person's life.
Yeah, absolutely. I love how you said that, how it's not about stepping on stage, it's about stepping on the stage of your life. And that's 100%.
Appreciate it.
And one of the things we wanted to do is make sure that people understand with fitness, and we all know this, it's not just what you see. There's a lot more to it than dress size or pant size, or like Matt said, how much weight you can lift, especially nowadays with the pandemic. And we've seen what an effect not being as healthy as we like can have on our health and our future and our longevity. And so it's even more important now that people prioritize fitness and wellness and health. And one of my main messages I always try to tell people is, people really knew what they'd get out of fitness, they'd be a lot quicker and sooner to embrace it and go in that direction. And what I like about our courses is, for the people that are already embracing fitness and really interested in it, we have something for them. There's a lot of powerful information that they can take the ball and run with. For the people that haven't yet made fitness important and part of their life, we have something for them to help them get started and help them keep going, and to teach and motivate them as they progress. So we kind of covered everything that we could cover.
All right. An exercise prescription is a lot cheaper than the prescriptions you're going to go fill out at Walgreens and CVS for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I like that, Kevin, what you said. There's definitely a difference between somebody who is actively exercising, even if they are, they don't know exactly what they're doing. If they're in the consistent habit, they're in that group, versus the people who just have not adopted it as part of their lifestyle for whatever reason. But, and yeah, Matt, another good point too, like, what is it? An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure.
Yep. Absolutely.
We got to get the job done now so that we can live and still be functioning when we're 90. That's my oldest client right now is 81 years old, and he takes about a minute to get off the floor.
That's awesome.
And he, he's still doing it. So that's, he's the role model for all of us. So again, bodysport.com to check out that program. We got Kevin Myles and Matt Peale. You guys want to real quick, like 15-second summary, just last words to end the podcast?
We just know how important fitness is, and we know how easy it is to not focus on and prioritize, especially when you're home, especially when you have a demanding and busy job. And I've seen that in person too many times, and I've seen the results of that. So we want to help people get out in front of that and empower them to help themselves, and in turn, by doing that, help everything and everyone that they care about in their life.
Thanks, guys. Well, we'll have you on again. You'll be multiple repeat guests, and really appreciate having you guys on.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for listening to the Health in the Real World Show. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. Visit mycorebalance.com to learn more.